Hello there and welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the old Ncaa, home to the Ohio State Buckeyes, one of the great settings in sport, and man, this place is rocking today. This is not your normal matchup, a battle of top 5 teams, 2 forces colliding here near the end of the season. Cannot wait for this one. Big playoff implications. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Syracuse will kick it off to get us underway. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner is brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Snags a quick throw. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and a quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
On the opening drive, they face a tough 3rd and 7 here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's an out route, the catch made. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
The Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. There's contact on the throw, and he's got his man open downfield. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. Sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. We kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Trying to find some room. It's McClung.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tough running there. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Trying to extend the play. He's looking to make a big play downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Orangeman.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT.
The extra point is good. That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking a snap, he turns around, and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction, or where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
First and 10 play coming up. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen, but where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. Catch made on the out route.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Throws it to the right. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's got some open field ahead. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's past the 45. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a gap, it's McClung. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Bringing pressure. Catch made on the right side. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, doesn't matter. Nice first down.
They picked up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And looking to throw now on first down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
There's the handoff. Trucks through the defender. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. And you think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Looking to throw it on first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They bring him down, but not before he gets inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards and a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Will he score here? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Boy, the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do right from the time he got the snap. The receiver is able to create some separation almost immediately on that corner route.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Well, Chris, that's a combination of really good blocking and outstanding patience by the back. He waited and used his vision and patience to allow that play to open up and then accelerated through the hole to give him that huge gain.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He pulls it in for a big gain. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal. First and goal. Can the offense punch it in and tie the score before the half? They go with a direct snap. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. This one will be fair caught. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking downfield. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And they'll use the ground game here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Tight end goes in motion. Has the first down and more. An explosive play moves the ball all the way down near the 25-yard line. Well, they trust the running game on 3rd down there and come up with a huge chunk play.
Chris, to me, it looked like the defense was just selling out to try to come up with a stop on 3rd down. And once the back got the yards he needed, he looked a little bit surprised. He was still on his feet and looked around and saw that he had room to run and picked up some big yards. Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes will crank up the tempo. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. He hands it off from the gun. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense is still clicking.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. And so an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. First half clock with just 8 seconds remaining. It'll be 1st and 10. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. First down here for this offense. Oh, here comes the reverse. That's a strong stiff arm. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half.
Number 16 set to kick this one.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Rips off a big gain. Finally tackled at the 46.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Throw to the running back in the flat. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
Buckeyes will have to kick this away. Hunter comes out for the 1st time today, looking to pin him back. And now before the kickoff, a timeout is taken by the kicking team here.
Ohio State.
The Buckeyes will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for the wideout. Finds his man, has the 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Chris, this is a great example of the awareness from both sides of the ball. The offense knowing where the 1st down marker is on 4th and long, and they're able to get to it. But the defense also has to know. They got to prevent the receiver from getting to the marker, and they're unable to do it here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the toss play now, running left. Hunter finally brought down, but at the 5-yard line, defense getting pushed back here.
Well, when you get down into the red zone, one thing we know about quarterbacks in the passing game is the windows are tight. Love to see this offense here picking up some positive yards down in this tight area by getting the ball to a playmaker and letting him do his thing.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Touchdown, Ohio State. This passing game is still on fire. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Syracuse offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking for some space. It's McClung. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the same runner's got it again. And that will pick up a first down. They'll spot it at 38. Syracuse lines up quickly. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Second down after that previous play. Direct snap to the back. Looks like Syracuse will have the first down. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orangeman. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Here's the point after attempt. PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return begins inside the 10. But he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! Special teams making a monster play. The returner gets the touchdown, but a bunch of guys contributed that time.
Yeah, exactly right. The blocks up front really set the tone to be able to give him his chance. You don't see this happen very often in this game where a guy gets a chance to have a kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything has to be just perfect, and of course, he had the speed to be able to get it all the way to the end zone.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the Syracuse offense heads back out onto the field. First down, looking to throw the football. Running out of time in the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. He's running out of time here. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
I mean, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play.
At the 45-yard line, it's third down.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Looking to chuck it again. Pressure is coming. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
He's escaping the pocket now. And the protection breaks down yet again, another sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So bad plays on first and second down puts them in a tough spot here. Third and very long. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Now that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's picked off in the end zone.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And here comes a deep shot. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Here's that defense shifting again. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I like the call here. Third down and long. You know they're going to apply pressure. The screen game almost works, but you've got to complete the pass for your guy to have a chance to turn upfield. It's a missed opportunity there on third down and long.
And it's fair caught near the 40-yard line. on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete downfield. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. Syracuse lines up quickly.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
On the run here, taking a deep shot. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline. And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Ball handed to the running back. A change of direction. Got space, looking to score. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Syracuse. And now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT is good.
The kick is good. That makes the score.
I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick.
28.
And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there, the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Pitches to the back. Powers through the tackle. He's swarmed by the defense. So here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Well, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is good.